Hello, dear students. This is your teacher, Professor Nirmal Kumar Swai. Welcome to this video lecture series. We are developing couple of lectures for you, uh, and we are discussing the paper, the course, research and publication ethics for our doctoral students. Well, in previous lecture we discussed the first topic of the first unit. It was philosophy and branches of philosophy. Okay, so there we found uh, traditionally four branches of philosophy: metaphysics, epistemology, ethics, and logic. Sorry, we will extend this lecture ethics and ethical responsibility, as well as a role of ethics in research and publication. So, reviewing what we have narrated uh, about ethics or moral philosophy, it was like ethics: what ought to do, what ought not to do, what is righteousness, which is right and wrong. All these judgment or value judgment is not God given. It is not natural, rather. So it is we human create a value, ethical value, which is good for all. If not all, we cannot say, if not all, for many. So that we are avoid those ethical values, ethical norms, and which is helpful for the entire civilization, entire mankind. So similarly, so that was the you know in brief what we discuss about ethics. Okay, so carrying on the same value or extending the role of ethics in research. You always remember, ethics is not God given, it is not natural, like all your earth or all your nature, the tree, the mountain, like this. So it is man made or human made, the value created for all, okay, which is good for all. Okay, sometimes it might happen, so little difference may be found in value system, from community to community, from country to country. Okay, so again, ethics or moral philosophy or morality is context bound. That context which behaved someone to do that, which tempted, which motivated to. I cited an example from Mahabharata, Arjuna and Lord Krishna in the battleground. Okay, anyway, so you may look at that previous lecture. So ethics, suppose doing research, there are many, both in physical sciences, natural sciences, social sciences, and humanities also. Humanities also. Like, although little differences are basically this ethical part is more of having usefulness in biological sciences, physical sciences, and in social sciences also. Like in biological sciences, there was you used to, you those must have studied say 10 years before the science. In practical classes we used to dissect the animals, maybe the mice or rabbit, or so that to experiment their life structure and how do they behave, you know maybe their blood circulation, maybe their mind and the brain, like this. So we presume on that basis for a human. because we cannot practically uh, experiment on human. So that's why we experiment on. So then there were many animal activists. Earlier, it was probably moral. It was probably moral on the basis of certain values. I told you it varies and context to context. So it is not having absolutism in its value. So probably we implemented this dissection or killing animals for experimentation. Because all these experiment results would be benefiting the human civilization or the mankind. So that was the larger value is to save the humankind. So even if we kill the smaller animals or so like that, okay. So later on, many women activists, animal activists, they uh, they came up and they raised questions before the government. So it's not happened. So gradually, then it was stopped. Then some kind of options were found. If it is stopped, then how do we experiment the living animals and dissect them? Because animation, simulation may not give that kind of result while doing research on living animals or dissecting them. Okay, so it is altogether. Anyway, we found options. So this is what. So in bioscience, in physical science, in chemical science also. So some kind of ethical consideration to be considered while doing research. Research, the so must go, because without research, nothing will happen. The country won't develop. At the same time, we also look into the animal protection or the ethical aspect of doing biological research or physical sciences or chemical sciences. Then come to social science also. Social science also doing research or some kind of ethical aspects to be considered. If you know, in social sciences, in doing survey research, we design questionnaires. Sometimes we do interview also. So, and we ask in interview, we ask questions, uh, you know, naturally, or sometimes from a list of schedule, we call it a list of questions we ask, and before that we distribute a long list of questions, what we technically call questionnaires, to the people. Okay, and remember, in that questionnaires, the questions should be so designed, so well designed. It's not, it should not hurt the sentiment of hurting sentiment of the 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 respondents. It should not happen. I'm citing a small example how, suppose you are asking in the first question, like how many children you have. So how many children you have? So someone says 3 children. Okay, and next question, suppose you are asking, are you married? So it's a kind of hurting the sentiment of the respondent, because in Indian case, although the question is valid in some other countries, but in Indian case, at the one point of time you are asking having children, and again you are asking, are you married? So this is ethically invalid or morally. So there are many. Then go to some sensitive questions also. Maybe asked to a boy or to girl or male or woman, a male or female. Okay. So and again there are questions which is related to women issues. Okay. Simply you cannot ask directly, because at the same time we need an answer from the women respondents. But there is a trick, or there is some kind of mechanism to handle those sensitive questions. Yeah, so because this is ethical consideration. Okay, so this is what. And again in humanities also, there is a debate. There is a debate, like humanities is nothing but largely based on the much of creativity, imagination. But in that imagination also you be careful. You must have heard, if someone says something hurting the religious sentiment of people, if someone is writing something hurting the sentiment of people, then there might be, because that depends upon how open is our society. So how do the readers or the how can you know dress up our god or goddess like this? How can you bring larger connotations which is derogatory to our goddess or goddesses? Okay, so these are many times you must have heard in newspapers also. In local, the goddesses are insulted by some group, and so it is so religious sentiment, so social sentiment, women sentiment, the sentiment of the poor, so all these things to be taken care of by the researchers. This taking care of these is beauty of. So this is beauty of the researcher doing research. Okay, another aspect. This is all about research. Another aspect is publication. Publication is nothing to publish your research findings. Okay, so you do some research, you must tell the world that this is this is my research findings, and you all should know, and you may use some of my findings for your future research also. There also in publication, ethical consideration is we will come to that in a larger by syllabus also. There are many things like related to data. So I am a researcher, I did my research for my own benefit, my own things. I cannot multiply or reuse and reuse the same data throughout my year. Okay, once it was done, then done. So if you repeat like this, then what is your contribution to the society? And if everybody follows your footprint, then the research would be in standstill, and no society, no country will develop further. Okay, so this is what. At the same time, at the publishers level also, they should not. There are ethical consideration. In my previous lecture, I was talking about, like suppose an author has put his or her labor for 2-3 years together for doing hard work and research while publishing, and you are on the basis of a bias reviewer's comment, and you are rejecting someone's thesis. Where should he or she go and publish? Because your journal is apt for the research, the topic related to the research. Okay, so you must there should not be country bias also. Country bias, like suppose the European journal should not consider if like the any result comes from African or Asian countries, so then there might be some kind of racial judgment or racial, the research on race also. So on the basis of research is research. If you have any question regarding your data and data collection, data analysis, you may raise. But on the basis of, because the white versus black, the research is there, so you, for that reason, you can't publish. So probably this will not happen, this will not be allowed. Okay, this is what in many more things are there by syllabus. So it is now the central question of this lecture is that role of ethics in publication and research. Again, the same thing I am saying. Ethics is man-made. Ethics we create for our benefit. Ethics, it is sometimes applied to your conscience. Nobody can compel you to do certain things related to data, or related to any kind of use, misuse, and say false data related to, because the others will also read. So both from the author's point of view as well as from the publisher's point of view also, because so ethics, what is ethics here in research and publication context? Ethics is certain values, certain norms, certain rules are written. It is maybe by the publisher, maybe by the authors association. Okay, so you must abide by that. Don't violate those norms, because it is not God whether should God given or whether should I do this or not. It is not like that. Certain norms are there, you go by the norms. If everybody goes by those norms, so probably things will run in smooth. So this is what role of ethics in research and publications. If we follow all the parties, author is a party, authors are parties, okay, maybe joint authors, multiple authors, at the same time, the publication level also, publishers as well as the reviewers also. In between, you must have heard in the reviewers, peer reviewed, blind review, double blind review. These concepts are coming up and is there. So reviewer also, suppose I know someone, if I come to know that Mr. X paper, so I will reject that. If the rejection goes like this, probably the author is demotivated and will never show interest doing further research. So altogether, role of ethics in both research and publication is and plays an important role, pivotal role in doing this smooth going of both research and publication. So another and the more aspect of role of ethics will come up in your subsequent topics in the syllabus, and subsequent topics in the syllabus, and so from those lectures you can note many things. So hope you like my video and get use of it, and do subscribe my channel also in YouTube. Thank you.